Hi folks, I'm Mark Allen with BHSpringSolutions, and today we are doing a 6,000 round Tisas Endurance test for the Tisas Regent BR9 High Power. And today here assisting me is my wife Clemena. She is the head of BHSpringSolutions shipping department and our art department. And her son, my stepson, Stilian Kostov, and my father, we call him Pops. And we're going to get started, first of all, by talking about the protocol for the test that we're doing today. We're going to be firing 100 rounds at a time. The pistol will rest for 5 minutes. This is the same protocol as was used for the 1911 pistol trials by the U.S. military in 1911. 100 rounds, 5 minutes rest. We'll be reloading magazines during that time, and then another 100 rounds, 5 minutes rest. When the pistol gets too hot, as happened to the 1911 in 1911, when it got too hot, it was just tossed in a bucket of water. And we're going to toss this one in a bucket of water for a minute or two, dump the water out, and we're just going to keep going. The Tisas pistol that we have today has been optimized by BHSpringSolutions, and among the things that have been optimized, the SFS system is in place, so the traditional operating system of the Tisas is gone. Picatinny rail has been installed. We have an extended slide stop, RDIH combat and self-defense shooting grips, and a cylinder and slide wide trigger with a BHSpringSolutions 2-coil trigger return spring. We'll be using all ball ammunition today. It's 115 and 124 grain factory ammunition, and the pistol has already fired 800 rounds. We have 5,300 rounds here remaining. That would equal about 6,100 rounds actually. We used about 800 rounds, or shot about 800 rounds during our preliminary testing or our pre-test tests. We were trying out different configurations and to see what was optimal for the pistol. And everything has been working well. We replaced out the Tisas original extractor and in favor of an FN extractor, but we are going to be going back to now and starting our test with the Tisas extractor. So if we have any stoppages, we'll be taking a look at the extractor condition as well. These have had a little bit of a issue with folks reporting breakage of the Tisas extractor in these high powers. So we'll be finding out about that as well. Okay, and the final part of the test protocol, each 1,000 rounds we will be stopping shooting. The pistol will be disassembled, it will be inspected, and it will be cleaned and lubricated. Then we will shoot another 1,000 rounds. That part of the protocol was a suggestion of Leon Hubert. He has actually attended military trials for different military pistol designs that he has had, and he is the world's foremost authority about the high power, hands down. And so we relied on him for the test protocol for our testing today. Everybody ready? If you would, you guys that can see, just keep an eye out if you happen to see any movement, any individuals, people.
Okay.
Gotcha.
Get word to me, okay?
All right.
All right, we're ready to start the test. $100 rounds. Okay, this is round 200 of our first 1,000 rounds. Have a fail to extract. Again, this is with the Tisas extractor. extract. Another fail to extract. And another. We're going to stop. Okay, we have had multiple fails to extract here in this second 200 rounds. I just inspected the Tisas extractor. It still is intact. We're going to continue and see what happens. Another fail to extract. Bring me those ear things. Okay, we're into our third 100 rounds. In that last couple hundred rounds, we had multiple fails to extract. The pistol is now very, very hot to the touch. We're going to continue, but at some point here, if we continue to have these fails to extract, we're going to replace that extractor out. So we're going to start and see what happens here on this third 100 rounds. And there's another fail to extract. Let's go ahead and stop. Okay, we're into our third 100 round cycle. We've changed out the Tisas extractor with an FN Browning extractor. We're going to see what extraction is like now with the FN extractor. Those rounds sailed through perfect. That was with the FN extractor. Yeah. Okay, we're doing from rounds 300 to 400 now in the Tisas 6,000 round test. The pistol is getting really hot, so it's probably going to be going into the water here fairly soon for a cool down. But we're going to get it going again. We're 300 rounds down. No malfunctions whatsoever since we've input the FN extractor. And that's a failure to extract again. I think the pistol is getting hot at this point. We could be reducing slide velocity because of the pistol's heat at this point, so that is another failure to extract. It's going to go ahead and go into the bucket. Needs a bath. It really felt like the slide was starting to slow down on its cycle rate on the frame. I could kind of detect that. Okay. We'll get the water out the best we can. And we're going right back to shooting. Okay, we're gonna. Ooh, you hear that water? All right, this break period, the Tisas spent in the water, and temperature is now just excellent. This will be rounds 400 to 500. Perfect. 100 rounds. Okay, this is rounds 500 to 600 of our first 1,000 round set. That was a malfunction.
That's the proper thing.
Still rolling? Clementa, we still rolling, yes? Okay, back out of the water.
I had the same problem. I couldn't get it down.
Okay, by the way, all this testing is being done so far with Winchester white box ammunition. Okay, when we finish this 8 magazines, we're going to have 700 rounds through the Tisas today. And we just went ahead and put in another extractor, and this is the FN blued extractor. This was one we've got experience with, the silver finish one we don't have too much experience with. So we now have a cool down pistol and a new extractor to try, and we're going to see what happens with this 100. Perfect rounds. We're going to get started on this. This will be 800 rounds once we've gotten this 100 through. Fail. Okay, had a couple failures to extract on that 100 rounds. Otherwise, everything is running just fine. We're not going to go into the water this time. Okay, the pistol's rested now for a little over 5 minutes, just in the open air after that last 100 rounds. So we're going to go ahead and get started. And the failure to extract. I don't know if that sound comes out in the camera or not, but there's this when that hot pistol hits the water.